And that breaking news, the J6 pipe bomber may soon be uncovered. Remember this guy or woman? The elusively ominous hooded character that planted pipe bombs outside the DNC and RNC headquarters in Washington on January 5th, 2021. And 5 years later, that suspect has not been found, or has he or she? This despite the FBI offering a reward of $500,000 for information leading to the Capitol pipe bomber. But you know what? The American people aren't as stupid as the deep state thinks we are. If an ordinary citizen went out and planted bombs in the nation's capital, don't you think they'd been caught by now and identified? Of course they would have been, unless law enforcement didn't want them to be found because the person was one of them. Yep, an inside job. It's possible. Joining us, investigative journalist Steve Baker with Blaze Media. He's now claiming in an explosive new report that is exactly the case. According to his report, a forensic analysis of a female former U.S. Capitol Police officer's gait is 94 to 98% matched to the unique stride of the long-sought J6 pipe bombing suspect, adding that this finding was confirmed by several high-level intelligence sources. And that same female Capitol Police officer who allegedly did this left the department in mid-2021 for a security detail at the CIA. Joining me now to break this all down, former FBI agent and Newsmax contributor, the handsome Michael Grimm. Also with us, former FBI agent and whistleblower Kyle Seraphin, who's mentioned in that Blaze article as well. He plays a key part in it. Also with us, former federal prosecutor Doug Burns. Kyle, let's start off with you first. I know you've got a lot to say. You were involved intimately in the investigation. You were an FBI special agent during this time trying to track down the J6 bomber. So tell me about this report. What's going through your mind, and do you think it's accurate?
My first instinct is that it is accurate, and the reason is because the odds of the two sort of things I'm going to tell you in a second here being linked up after all this time, they're astronomically small. It doesn't make any sense to me. What happened is on somewhere in the first week after January 6th, my surveillance team was put on a person of interest. This was in the Falls Church area of Virginia. And the story that we got, and I've gotten thousands of briefings on cases that we worked. My team worked for multiple years doing all kinds of different cases all around the country. But I don't remember ever getting such a clear-cut path on why we were going after an unknown subject in the way that we were. And the story is that the FBI had tracked the pipe bomber that you see, that everyone has seen walking around D.C. on all these kind of grainy images, wearing that hoodie, that they went to a metro station, that they used a metro card in D.C. to travel out to Northern Virginia, and then exited the metro station out in Falls Church with the same metro card. So that makes sense. You put it in the turnstile, you get it out the turnstile on the way out. And the person that bought that metro card was exactly the same person that was registered to the vehicle that picked up the person in the hoodie. And so that was the story we got, and we went to the address of that person. And I sat outside of that house for about 2 days, and we got background on the individual, Air Force, kind of grainy on that piece of it. We got a name, we got an address, we got a date of birth, et cetera, et cetera. We got photographs. And so we sat and waited for this individual. Now, it turns out, after 5 years, my friend Steve Baker, who's an investigative journalist over at Blaze, has been running this thing down. Now, people need to realize Steve Baker has been in this since the beginning because he was actually arrested for his participation as a journalist at January 6th. And then thankfully, the folks at Blaze actually hired him on and let him continue this. The FBI arrested him, put him in cuffs, put him in a belly chain, and walked him out in front of a magistrate judge to be read charges and did an initial appearance. So he's gone through the entire system, and he ended up pleading guilty on the idea that hopefully Trump would pardon him, which did happen. So about 2 days ago, he called me up and he told me, we've got the gait analysis, it's 94%. We've got the human analysis going on top of this, and they peg it closer to 98%.
And it's that person you went to the house.
It's the next door neighbor of the person that we had been sitting outside of. So I was watching a door that was maybe 8 feet away, and that's 5 years after the fact. I don't know how you can put those things together. Anybody who's driven through DC knows there are hundreds of thousands of homes. The odds that these people would be right next to each other after all that time. And by the way, when I asked if I could go knock on the door and talk, the FBI pulled us in, and we never went back to that door again.